So today I'll be talking about the Foreign Anti-Digital Piracy Act, which is a U.S. bill that has been introduced recently in Congress that will basically block and get rid of any piracy websites. That's the goal of it. This not does not mean they have not tried doing this in the past, but definitely there's been more effort from Congress to really try to make it harder to pirate anime manga. So there'll be two articles from CBR that I'll be discussing today regarding this new bill. First one will be One Piece publisher targets manga nato manga kalat. Hopefully, I'm pronounced that correct. And for other pirate websites in new subpoena requests. Basically, these websites where you can get free manga. They're pirated. You can read the manga for free. And I'm sure we all had done at least one way or the other because some mangas, just like anime, are not even published in the US or any other country. So it's only in Japanese. And the only way to get it translated is by fan translations. So you can actually at least read and have a chance to be introduced to a new series, which in the end actually has helped some of these artists to make any money. Because if it wasn't for piracy, anime manga would not be as huge as it is now. It's thanks to Paris. It's thanks to piracy that anime manga is as big as it has ever been. It keeps only growing bigger. So the whole idea of getting rid of pirated websites is gonna backfire them. So again, don't go after the pirates in this situation. They are not the enemy. But anyway, uh, Shueisha, which is the publisher of Weekly Shonen Jump's One Piece manga, has already targeted several major manga piracy websites in a new subpoena request, which includes the couple ones I mentioned by name. According to legal documents filed on February 4th, 2025, Shueisha has filed a subpoena request against the popular CDN crowdfit seeking identifying information regarding operators of six manga piracy sites, many of them among the most popular names. It's something similar happened last year, where they got rid of a bunch of anime websites, including Anywave, which used to be just nine anime. The original Anywave pirated website was completely destroyed. Unfortunately, that one had over 12,000 anime series that you can't really buy DVDs or Blu-rays of anymore, and they got rid of that website. That was the biggest one, and it functioned way better than Crunchyroll and other paid services. Crunchyroll, honestly, is kind of shitty. As much as they may not think they are, it's not that great. Anyway, it was much better and it was free. Unfortunately, they got rid of it, and a bunch of other websites where you can watch TV shows for free, movies, and all that, including things that you can't really buy DVDs and Blu-rays anymore. And some things never got released in the US, and that was the only way for you to watch it. So that sucks. And now they're going even harder with manga because they know manga is really popular. But again, these pirated websites are the reason why manga even became popular outside of Japan, as much as they don't want to believe it. But as information keeps going, all sites listing the subpoena requests relate to infringements of oldest One Piece manga, which is the biggest manga of all time. Again, the manga has sold over 300 million copies. Probably at this point more than that. Last time I checked, it was over 300. It was over 300 million copies. That I think the last time I checked was 3 or so years ago. Can't remember. So I'm sure it sold way more than that by now. And even then, that's part of it is because people read it in a pirated website, liked it, and they want to contribute to the success of the series after they were introduced to the manga. So getting rid of pirated websites will really backfire because again, if it wasn't for pirated websites like torrent or literally just add websites like when Anywave used to be a thing, a lot of these anime and manga series will not even exist in the huge level of popularity it is now. To the point that anime and manga had destroyed the American counterparts. Anime is more popular than Disney. Manga is more popular than American comic books, DC and Marvel. So keep that in mind. Um, Currently, the biggest among the site is chapmanganato.to. with a massive 65.2 million monthly visits in December. Okay, I can guarantee a lot of these people who visit the website probably purchased something, probably already purchased a One Piece manga, some type of merchandise or collectible item from One Piece that I'm sure it went to the pockets of older and the publishers, among others, individuals, other companies, corporations. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. This only helped them. So manga piracy sites, uh, manga piracy site Manga Nato, the biggest name in the Shonen Jump, publishes new subpoena requests. Here the Exhibit A. This talks about the original work, which is obviously One Piece. Another of original work again, and then infringing work. These are basically a list of all the websites, the main one. So all these 6 websites, you can pause the video, look at it. They're going after these websites. Chapman Ganato is joined by chapmanganello.com, which has only 4 million and goes on and on. Just because you get rid of these websites, it does not mean new ones will not be created. It may not be as good at these websites, may not be as updated, but it's hard to get rid of pirates. We all, one way or the other, contribute to this, including big corporations. Shueisha initially sent a copyright notice to Crowdfair's of offices on January 30, 2025. And just keeps talking about this legal action. And when you scroll down here, they're going to talk about a law in the US, the one I just mentioned in the beginning of the video. It was a piracy bill by Congresswoman Zoe, and it's called the Foreign Anti-Digital Piracy Act, FADPA. Again, that's something I discussed quickly in the beginning. It targets foreign piracy sites, enabling copyright holders and exclusive licenses to obtain site blocking orders, preventing U.S. citizens, at the minimum, from being able to access the designated piracy platforms. Google, Crowdflare, and major ISPs will be among the primary service providers legally mandated to block access to these websites. Nevertheless, the bill gives service providers major immunity from the damages in future lawsuits. Lovecraft added it was drafted through consultation with tech companies. The Motion Picture Association, comprising studios like Netflix, Amazon, Disney, Sony, also supports the bill. Of course they do, because they want to multiply. They want to monopolize uh, this market as much as possible. A monopoly is already been happening, but they really want to keep it themselves owning everything. So that every time you watch an anime, you have to have an Amazon account. If you want to watch this anime, unfortunately, you have to have a Disney account or Sony or Netflix to be able to watch it. So crunchyroll and on and on. So instead of just having one website to watch everything, read everything, they never do what we want. First, they make you pay a cheaper version to still watch ads. So what's or read a manga that still have ads? What's the point? Why would you waste some money and time to pay for something that you still had to watch or read ads? It's a waste of time, and that's a big issue. So that's this first article. That's the main thing. This one is basically the same thing. It's pretty much another CBR article. This was from February 3rd, 2025. The first one was from February 5th, 2025. A couple of updates. This one just talks about pretty much the same thing. How the companies Netflix, Disney, Amazon, Sony, etc. Supporting this bill, obviously. The bill is called the Foreign Anti-Digital Piracy Act (FADPA). I wouldn't be surprised if it gets passed through the House and the Senate. They've been trying to do this since for a long time. The Foreign Anti-Digital Piracy Act explained. They go in more details about it. The other article kind of just summarizes it really quickly. Um, so here you can pause the video, read in more details. This article has a little bit more information on it. So it's an article that was released a little bit earlier regarding this new U.S. anti-piracy bill likely to affect Comcast, AT&T, Google, and Cloudflare. Meaning, like I said earlier in the first article, that they're going to be forced to be mandated to follow the law. So if this gets passed, if the bill gets passed and signed by Trump into law, they're going to be forced to do it. Even if they don't want to, they're going to pretty much have to. Otherwise, they will face penalties, fines, etc. So no company wants to deal with that. But that could cause some companies to lose a lot of consumers. People might move from Google to another browser, for instance, to watch anime and read manga in an easier way through piracy. They're not gonna bring them. These people already make tons of money. Those animators also get paid like crap, and it's not because of pirates. It's literally because in Japan they get away with paying animators like crap. A lot of the mangakas don't get paid much unless the manga becomes popular, and the assistants get paid even less. This is an issue that Japan is never really focused on fixing, and it's a major problem there. Because when you compare to animation work or comic book work done in the US or Europe, people get paid much more, and the situation is completely different. They have also better benefits on top of better salary, which shouldn't be like that. And that's a big issue of why a lot of mangakas probably don't live that long. And they die in the 40s, 50s, 60s instead of 70s and 80s because of the stress they go through. That systems get paid even less. Well, they probably die pretty early too. Anime is the same thing. And with the whole AI situation, some people might not even want to go in the field anymore if they feel like AI is going to replace them or cause them to have to choose or accept a lower wage job just to have some type of job related to the field they always want to work in. So instead of focusing on those things and fixing that, Japan is not doing that. Not saying the US, Europe, Australia, etc. Perfect. Obviously, US is doing this shit here, but I'm just saying that things could be better. They're not focused on the root cause of a lot of these issues. They're not making accessibility, I think. A lot of people go through piracy because they don't have accessibility to the anime manga series they want to watch and read. Stop making a bunch of these companies have force you to have different subscriptions so you can finally watch and read these things. You should be able to go to one website with all the anime and manga ever created. I don't care if from 1920s to now, it should be like that. And you pay one fee with no ads. I think $20, $30 a month. I think a lot of people be okay with that. And if you want a higher quality, like you want 4K, etc., maybe pay $40 a month, 45. But for 1080p, it should be $30. 720p, no, $20. But you should have all the things accessible. It should be available without the need of ads in one website. The problem they don't do this. We know what they could do to make things better, but they focus on profits, initial profits. The first 2 3 years, not the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, how the profit is going to look. They always focus on the short term, not long term profits. It's an unfortunate situation. But here goes more in details. You guys can pause. Um, the bill seems to aim at limiting the less tech savvy from accessing piracy sites, as it says that the blocking order cannot require service providers to take actions that will prevent users from using VPNs, virtual private networks. So, technically, as many of us probably know about what VPNs are, we can use that to be able to still watch pirated anime and read pirated manga. VPNs exist. They're free ones, but you're probably better off getting a more reputable paid version that you pay maybe around 15, $20 a month, 25. And that'll still be cheaper than having a subscription for Amazon Prime TV, Disney, Plus, Netflix, Crunchyroll. All if you had all these things together, that would be more expensive than paying for VPN service. That will give you accessibility to everything. So people just pay for VPN. Like honestly, if this really becomes a thing and you weren't paying for anything before, that's fine, but it's a worthwhile investment. VPNs are gonna exist. They can try to get rid of VPN. That's gonna be a more of an uproar and bigger issues for these companies than anything. Most people are gonna be able to use VPNs. In fact, I'm sure people in their 20s, people my age, I'm 30, gonna be 31 soon. I'm sure us, we can figure out this VPN. There are YouTube videos that will show you how to do it. It's not the hardest thing. And there are paid services that will practically do a lot of the work for you already. But YouTube is this, TikTok is this. There are plenty of other websites you can go through to learn how to use a VPN. And it's been something used for many years already. It's not a new technology. So people worry, oh, this bill will impact VPN users. It will not. They, I would say, in a mocking way, good luck in trying to block VPN, but I don't see them be doing that successfully. The bill also attempts to assuage, can't pronounce that, attempts to service providers by providing certain immunities. Okay, a service provider, assuming the order is followed correctly, is exempt from any injury alleged by the foreign site and its users. irrespective of the damage caused, or if the court finds that the order was improperly served. Okay, so basically, this article again gives a lot more detail about stuff. And it was switched to high anime in the US. Service providers can also temporarily suspend blocking orders to maintain network integrity and investigate whether access has been denied to a platform other than the one named in the order. This article is a good one because it goes in more detail about the bill. So both of these links are going to be in my description. So if you guys want to really read and have a more summary of the bill, this article, which was the first one released by CBR, really goes in detail about all the little details about the bill for the most part. The bill has transparency implications as well. Per deadline, the bill's support include SAG, AFTOA, the Author Guild, the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, and the MPA. The latter compromises Disney, Netflix, Paramount, Prime Video, Amazon, MGM Studios, Sony, Universal, and Warner Brothers. Discovery, MPA chairman and CEO Charles Rakin said in a statement, etc. It's just more information there. So again, I'm gonna post all these things in my link in my YouTube description. And I think that's all the updates regarding this for now. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this whole situation. I personally have no issue with piracy. I recommend people using VPN. But let me know what you guys think. If you agree with this bill, why you agree with it, why you may be against piracy. If you disagree with it, why you disagree, and why you agree with piracy, if you do. And again, don't forget to like and share the video so other people are informed. If you're watching this in TikTok, you can follow me on TikTok, but also like and subscribe, like the video on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's usually where I really do all my main thing. YouTube is really my main thing. So if you guys can do that, that would be great. But this will be sharing in TikTok regardless. All right, have a good day.